We should hopefully be live.
Whew.
First time in years and years.
It feels like forever.
Indeed.
How long has it been?
Years and years.
It's just been like 9 days? 9?
No. No.
No, it's been longer than that.
Years.
Forever.
Forever and a day.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, whew.
Woo!
Whew.
We have returned.
We're live and streaming again. I don't know what... Well, we're streaming again, but I'm not sure we're alive.
Can you really call this living?
I mean, I don't know.
Anyway.
Alright.
Get all me ducks in a row.
Yep. Lots of ducks.
Any of ducks.
Many of duck. We're back to Celeste, hopefully with
Fewer interruptions this time. We do have what has so far been a foolproof way. If it does fall out,
yeah.
we'll just basically unplug the router and plug the modem directly into this desktop.
Mm-hmm.
And so far that has worked. That said, we do have a new router and all sorts of other fun stuff, so hopefully things remain relatively
consistent. And it would also
consistent.
stop like any other devices being on the internet. So
yeah.
not an ideal solution, but it works.
Yeah. Sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. I do love this. Lovely little...
Indeed. And we're sorry that our YouTube output basically went away.
Yeah, we didn't. We were thinking we might find some time to do streams and stuff during.
Well, we basically found
thing,
zero time in the last week to
Your family
stream.
kept us quite busy, basically.
We were exhausted by the time we got home, like every night. There was no way we were streaming anything.
Yep.
I thought, evenings, why not? No. No.
Yeah, exactly.
No.
Yeah, this is the one that we've done.
No.
This is the file that we started.
We promise we'll get videos up on YouTube, especially the first part of this.
Yeah. I figure we'll just replay through this to start off because the stream had some difficulties.
Yeah.
You know, we basically got the Crystal Heart for this level, but didn't do much else. And of course, Theo's up here.
Hi, Theo.
We had our conversation with him. I don't remember if it cut out in the middle of it or not.
Don't remember how far we got.
Either way. I knew it was like after we had woken up from the old site, so we'll just go through this stuff. Civil Twilight!
Civil Twilight, thank you.
Thank you so much. Highly appropriate sub-song.
Marriage percent run, congrats, yay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Very powerful typing noises.
Yes.
Yeah. This is the conversations you have, basically.
I think we managed.
I think we might have gone through it, but might as well just
Yeah.
redo this conversation, finish up the level.
Yeah, we were kind of off last week. We kind of got married on Sunday.
A little bit married.
Got a little bit married on
A touch married.
Well, no. We may have both stood up in front of our friends and family and said I do. I don't know. I don't really remember.
That sort of thing.
Yeah.
Pretty sure that happened. I love Theo.
Yep. A touch of marriage was happening. He was great.
Theo is a wonderful boy, and we'll be getting to meet him many other times. Up
Hell
the
yeah.
Good choice.
King you. Thank you for the bits.
Thank you for the bits.
A smartphone. My god. Anyway, we also got the Crystal Heart up in the nighttime version of it.
Yep.
But that was elsewhere. I believe this only has like one in it. You can actually look at the bottom of the pause menu after you've beaten the level. It'll show you how many strawberries you've gotten. The breaks are each level section. That's like the different ones that you can go to after you beat the level. And they will also appear in order.
Yeah,
so
there's
you
that
can
little
use
segment here, yeah.
Yeah, you can use the ones that you have gotten to figure out the positions of the ones you have gotten to figure out the ones you haven't.
Being very noisy, and I'm very sorry. It's very noisy open.
Yes, but basically the one that we wanted was, I believe, the only one in this section I believe is up here. Yeah, yeah, it's like a no dash puzzle.
Ah, so they go like blue, purple, something.
Yes. And so you'll see now that we've collected it here, that one's lit up. See, when you're going through the levels to figure out where the things are, you can collect them. You know, you can collect strawberries and be like, okay, there's one after this one. Let's look around, you know, this area kind of thing.
Cool.
So it actually like kind of gives you some direction for exploring, which I really like. Whee.
Boing, boing.
And then we finish up this chapter by calling our mom.
As you do.
Indeed.
Aw.
Nice, Mom.
Big mom.
Damn, I should have taken one more second.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, you can see from these that these are like the breaks that show up. Anyway, I think it's time we went forward.
Yeah, let's move.
The Celestial Resort.
I actually don't question the dream sequence.
Mm-hmm. I mean, the thing about the dream sequence is that Celeste Mountain kind of does things. Anyway, be proud of your death count. The more you die,
Celeste
the more
Mountain
you're
was
learning.
gonna get even more interesting.
Herbs.
And I've only seen speedruns, I don't know all that much about the story, but I know that shit starts happening.
There's a lot that occurs, yes. I think these things might be reachable. Yeah, there we go. You just barely, or if you're like holding on to the grab button.
Huh.
There we go. Ah, yes.
Ah, hello.
Gettable via skill that we learned last time. If you don't know, your jump resets when you go across a level boundary, which means that you can do this sort of snaky thing.
Sorry about that. Some sirens.
As the fire trucks come by. There we get that. It took me quite a long time to figure that one out, because of course I had no idea
Yeah.
that that was a thing. It's not nearly as powerful as it seems, because, you know, if there isn't a boundary there, you can't just jump up infinitely.
Yeah.
Springs do reset your jump, or your dash, which is nice. Ah, here's a key that we actually get using that, by abusing that jump thing.
Mm-hmm.
Another fire truck going by. So you're supposed to do this like this. To get it. But, you know, when you're doing the speedrun stuff, if you dash up this way and dash diagonally again, you actually can grab it. Opens that door. I'm going to real quick just...
Some more bullshit.
As you do.
More shenanigans.
See, there's a strawberry up there, but we actually can't get it right now. It's kind of just haunting us.
Yeah.
Because, yeah, you can get up there, but you can't get through that wall there. So, perhaps just something to keep in mind. Please ring for service. And something else. Let's ring.
Nah. Hello.
Yes, this is Mr. Oshiro, someone that we never really talked to in the speedrun.
No. I mean, yeah.
Don't be silly.
His sound effects are very loud. I don't think I want to turn it down a little bit. Yeah, we'll see what chat think, but that was very loud in my ear.
I think sometimes sounds are just kind of
Loud
in this game.
Fuck that shit. Hi, Madeline.
Never forget our time here. The OST of this game is fantastic, yes.
I'm not sure feeling at peace is, a bit ominous, shall I say?
The other thing about it is that the music kind of gets a bit more involved as you go. I will once again not be doing the speed tricks for a lot of this stuff. That is the one strawberry that we do usually collect, though.
Yeah.
That's sort of the easier way to do it. It just happens to be in our path otherwise.
Yeah. Up we go.
Yep.
I like how he doesn't even unlock the door sheet. He's like, this way, lady, and then you have to unlock all your own doors and
Of course.
make your way past these things.
They are, dust bunnies.
Dust bunny boys.
This place is also quite a bit, crowded. Alright, I always forget that there's actually a spring there. Anyway. Like that one.
Yeah, the task I think as we saw the task getting a strawberry, and hilariously it picks it up and then doesn't actually land on the ground for a very long time.
Quite a while to connect it.
Like, not long enough to actually collect it until it's basically forced to. It's kind of hilarious. The SGDQ did a task bot of Celeste, and it is, it's something. Like, anyone who likes this game should watch that task bot, because it is
Quite something.
It kind of breaks your mind to read it.
I forgot one of them along the way, but hey, that's strawberry. And you can't get back out the hotel from here.
Nope, even though there's a hole in the wall. You can't go out that hole. Oh yeah, is there a path up?
Yeah, there is. Forgot that it like cuts you off, so I'll just go grab that real quick. And of course, this is all side path here. We're supposed to just be going and getting the key, but there's like about a billion things that you can do.
Hell yeah. Ooh,
There we go.
okay.
Of course,
You have to go in from that side.
we can't quite get this yet, but yes,
No.
we do get a preview of the B-side tape. There we go. I forgot that that was actually, like, a thing. Anyway. Yeah, I think we can just go back over this way to get it. There we go.
I have collected cassettes before.
Mm-hmm.
Duck. Whee. Oh yeah, we're almost certainly gonna show off B-sides.
Yeah, we'll absolutely do B-sides.
But after the main story.
Might or might not do C-sides, we'll see.
I haven't done the C-sides yet.
I've done some of the C-sides. This is a new mechanic, by the way. These walls with, like, wiggly stuff on them, they will, you can grab them once,
Yeah,
and then they'll spawn.
they spawn dust bunnies.
Yep. I don't know why I'm making such a production of this. There we go. And then there's these things, which just go down along these tracks until you jump off of them.
Yeah. I
Very
like the way you have a little light in the background.
Yeah. Also a very nice little touch. Ah, here we go.
Nice.
Yep.
Ooh, well done.
We'll be getting
Nicely
some
done.
fun ones as we go along. The strawberries are just optional challenges, but they're really fantastic. Elevator is just down the hall. I will probably not get the heart the very first time we go through this level, but
Okay.
we will see it.
Okay.
There's a reason.
I mean, buddy.
He's maybe in a little bit of denial about things. I was reading chat as I walked off the cliff there. Slightly
It was
off.
a pretty good autocorrect from me up to middle.
Not really doing this way that I probably should be. There we go. Alright, that's another dash one. Of course, this room is not that hard if you just dash through it.
Yeah, but you are not allowed until you get that strawberry.
Another locked door. Yeah, the heart of this level is a bit weird. Mostly because you can lock yourself out of it. You know, for that level thing, but then when you beat the level, you'll actually just get, you know, the ability to start right about where it goes. Dust bunnies tend to be some of the hardest things in the game, probably because they're moving and,
Yeah, these guys are, poor spot for you.
yeah.
Is this the level you would say is the hardest for the speedrun, or?
No.
No.
Partly because they come back and, like, at the start, you know, like, the first part of the game, they're not, the first time they show up, they're not so bad. You know, like, there's the level reduxes, that you go into that have them in the summit.
Cycles be tough.
Yeah, exactly. Things working on cycles, quite difficult. Okay. A lot of the time, yeah, a lot of the times things in this game are sort of, you have to figure out when the game wants you to use your dash. By the way, sometimes strawberries will not be in safe places, so you won't,
Okay.
you'll have to basically bring them back to
Oh,
somewhere
okay,
else.
So it's not just on the ground thing for some of them.
Yes.
Some of them are like, nope, you have to actually get them.
It's more, I think, that certain certain platforms are specifically coded to not allow you to grab a strawberry, to make sure that you go and, you know, get somewhere, you know, complete the rest of the challenge, basically. Over here. Yeah, you'll notice there's a bunch of, like, towels and books and other things. The one thing I would say about this level is that some of the strawberries are kind of really annoying. Also, Shy, thank you for the resub. To give you 2 different pronunciations.
We did a wedding, I think.
We did us a wedding.
Potentially. Did we do a wedding?
May have.
So I
Yeah.
hear someone did a wedding.
So, like, the thing about this level, more than anything, is that sometimes some of these strawberries are these kind of double ones. Right. Where you basically have to go around a loop twice to get it. Which can be quite tough.
Yeah.
Check, actually, if I go through the room and come back, like, if I go through the room and come back, will those things be gone? That might actually make it a bit easy. Right. Didn't even see you there.
The Zoomy boy.
Yeah.
Hey, Zoom.
Speaking of strawberries that won't let you get away easy,
Hey, Zoom.
they zoomy. There we go. Yeah, there we go. So that's come back now. The question is, can I get back there without burning my dash? And I think the answer is no. And I do need my dash here.
Yeah. Very Zoom beanie.
Highly. Jump over this way. Alright, we're back where we was. Then the question is, can I get around the second time?
Not like that.
Yeah, I think I should be able to just grab onto the other side there as well. So it's probably best that I came back over to this to buy myself that little area
that
as
little
well. The hard part is going to be the final bit, though. Although, honestly, I think that I can still collect it on that one platform down there, so once I get it, that should be fine.
Yeah.
Keep going for that, like, out of
Yep.
reflex. Sometimes with strawberries, it's very much getting, like, the one-time exact right movements.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah.
Alright, so we're gonna die here, but that's fine. Actually, I think I can survive.
Yeah.
There we go. Beautiful.
Excellent. Magical.
Another one of those door puzzles where you also sort of have to manage the growth of the dusk bunnies.
How do you balancing on that edge?
I know. There's a lot of like unique animations, like being on the edge of a thing. Quite nice. I'm gonna do this one the proper way, but it's absolutely hilarious to see someone skip this.
Yep.
Yeah, you do it like that. But instead, you get that just right. You do a super dash, but like stay on the ground long enough to retain your dash. Like I didn't get the super dash there. It was a little bit late. Timing is rather tight. That time I didn't jump at all.
No jumping. Everyone wishes they had strawberries.
Indeed. There we go.
Yeah.
That one's a pretty sweet skip you can do. Powerful. Bold, even. By the way, when you die, you keep keys, which is also why you die at certain parts of the speedrun, because that actually spawn you closer to the door.
Yep.
Don't even need that second one.
Nope. No dash required. Hey, buddy.
No.
I mean, buddy, you lock the doors behind you.
Feel free to explore at your leisure.
Oh, we will. Well.
And oh, we will. So, yes, we get to this room where the clutter is maybe getting a little bit bad here.
This is fine. This is fine.
Like, one room we can go into. We can do that real quick.
Yeah.
We'll end up in here normally, but might as well.
Hello. That's a shame.
Indeed.
That happened a very long time ago, though. Ooh, secret room.
Ah, yes. This particular secret. So this has been on the menu for a while. And the reason is that when you find this in any file, it will unlock it on the main menu.
Okay.
This is Pico 8, Celeste. This is essentially like the earliest version of Celeste. I believe like the original version of it was made at like a game jam. It has more or less the same sets of mechanics. I'm not sure if it has the glide specifically. Or I'm not sure if it has like the wall grab. Yeah, and it doesn't have wall grabbing, but it does have jumps and all this kind of stuff, and it does have strawberries. And you can actually play through this, and people do speedrun this one, incidentally. You can even see early versions of like puzzles that actually exist in the game as well.
Yeah,
like
this
one
level,
is
yeah.
very much a thing
This
in the
dash
game.
one, yeah.
But yeah, you can play this, like, you know, completely on its own way, and you can reset and exit and all that. But yeah, once you unlock this, you can do that straight from the front menu. It's quite cool.
That's cool.
Yeah, the Pico 8 version was made in 4 days at a game jam.
Nice.
That's kind of where the original, like, idea for this game comes from, I believe. It's really interesting to see sort of the much more fleshed out version of it that became Celeste.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Hey, buddy.
have a
You
chat.
okay, buddy? Yeah, I mean, a little bit. Maybe when you went before you died? No, buddy.
More than a little.
That's what spring cleaning is. It's like a full-on clean.
Yeah. It's a lost cause.
Oh god, are we gonna have to do his job for him?
Basically.
Oh my.
But we do have some dialogue to have with him. So. You don't say. That's the spirit. Yeah, there we go. So now we get actually our choice of 3 puzzle rooms. You have to do all of them.
Yep.
But you will actually notice
Oh, hello.
that since doing each one will remove a type of thing, the puzzles will be different depending on the order that you do
Yeah,
them.
depending on which way you do, yeah.
Theo! Meanwhile,
Yo! He ain't nicking shit. It's fine.
nah, he's just a little freaked out.
He's dead. He's dead. He's dead.
Theo's not very much of a fan of Mr. Oshiro.
Nope.
want to help him. Don't be rude about ghosts, Theo.
Ah, be rude about ghosts. What could possibly go wrong?
So that's the conversation you have with Theo. You might notice that there's a bit of a roof that's but
no.
Blocked by laundry.
Yep.
So, you know this room?
Yep.
It's a little bit easier when you haven't done anything, because you get the extra lists and the other places to stand without, Yeah, you can see that the puzzles will actually get harder for each one naturally, which is really, really cool, because as you go along, everything will kind of get removed.
Yeah. It's sort of a natural
Stuff like this.
level increasing the difficulty of each one as you do them.
So hey, this one took me a bit.
Oh, you make it fly away so it flies up into you.
Yep.
Oh.
Yeah, that was not something I realized for quite a while. Got this guy as well. Again, you'll see that there's like a whole bunch of dust bunnies that are kind of just hidden off.
I think you named it.
Ah, thank you. You'll even see like whole puzzles where like the jumps are way, way harder.
Yeah.
If you have it, if you don't have the, or if you have the older parts of them done.
So I guess the speed run just does them in the order that's fastest?
Yeah, basically. It does, I believe, top, middle, bottom, or top, bottom, middle. I believe it does this one last. However, you should maybe take some looks around. Because you may have noticed that the laundry that just went away was actually what was blocking a lot of these things.
Yep.
Ah, yes, and you can actually see that we're over here. And now we're back over in this area.
Yeah.
Oops. Need to save my jump for that.
Yep.
This speedy little dust bunny here. Real pain in the butt.
Yep.
Yeah, you'll notice that a lot of these are actually, you know, a lot of the stuff's been removed. All towel type stuff. I don't think this one's anything, yeah. Ow.
Yep.
I hate these two.
Yep.
I'm extremely good at video games, it turns out.
Hell yeah.
There we go. So yes, the laundry that was blocking our way is no longer there. Which means we can in fact get this. So yeah, in order to get the heart in this level, you need to flip yourself, you need to like find the hidden way back through the laundry room. Oh right, and then this actually just goes over this way. Get you right back down. So there we go. So yes, the important thing is that if you do miss that, you lose access to the room entirely, basically.
Yeah.
When you finish each one of these, they go away completely. I forgot if you needed to remove some of the other ones first. I think there is at least one strawberry that's dependent on that. But anyway, let's have a chat.
Yeah, okay.
Just having some parentheticals to myself. You know, myself. Yeah, you do actually have to go... I don't think you actually have to go talk to him here. Oh wait, no, you do. You have to go find him each time.
Yeah.
And then it'll open him up.
Unlock the doors, yeah.
Yeah. That said...
Ooh.
We did clear out one of these. Yeah, I always like that one. You have to remember that that there was a bridge made of all 3 of them to be able to get that.
Yep.
A little extra.
Yeah, a little bit.
Anyway, you'll also see that you need to do all 3 of them to get to the key.
Yeah,
to
get that
continue
key,
onward.
yeah.
So, top or bottom?
Which one do you normally do second?
Normally, I believe I actually do this one second. Normally you do this one down here first, so...
Okay, let's do this one.
You'll see as we go along here that there are stores starting to, or, you know, like there's platforms that used to be here that are starting to go away. It's much more obvious in the very first one.
Yeah.
Move. Damn you.
Denied.
Dust bunnies is tough.
Yep.
But we do still have some mercies. Look at it!
Oh, I see that this room will get. I mean, there must be the brown blocks this one gets rid of.
Yes! Yeah, usually it doesn't change too dramatically, because it is the blocks that you know, the most common blocks in the area are the ones that you're getting rid of.
I have not seen the cutscenes of this game before. I've only ever seen speedruns of this
Yeah,
game.
she's seen me play through this entire game, but not the...
I've never seen any of the cutscenes.
Yeah, I don't think anything else there, yeah. Not the actual story bit, so she's never really met Theo before.
No, I've never met Theo before. Well, except when he's later in the game.
In a bit, yes.
In a little bit.
Anyway... Oh yes, this puzzle also, I believe if you leave the towels here, there's a thing in the middle of it with a bunch of towels on it that you can climb
Like
up.
this one at the end here, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, this room must be really bad once you've gotten rid of everything, huh?
Yep. A whole bunch of everything. Bad
That
butts.
goddamn dust one.
Them bunnies. I'm a little shocked that worked.
Yeah?
Alright, now I have to consider my next move carefully. There we go.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Love it. I don't believe that anything unlocks over here. But hey, cleared up a bit more. Now it's just these books left.
Yeah. Don't clear up books, just leave them lying around. That's what I do.
Oh, there we go.
Wait, no, we have a bookcase to put books in.
Yeah, I know. We got a bonus
Yeah.
bookcase that we just built.
We got a picture on the wall, a new bookcase.
Looking a lot nicer in here.
Yeah. Same for here, too.
You show me to the exit, please? I do love the way that this game portrays sort of like mental health and different problems that people have. How two people can kind of just completely disconnect, like not connect with each other.
Yeah.
And even trying to help someone isn't necessarily going to be good for either party sometimes.
Okay. Oh.
Anyway, just one more now. Let's see. Yeah, doing the books last means that you'll have a lot more openings on these parts here. Like this right here.
Hell.
There used to be a thing in the middle there.
Yeah, there did.
You can also see the crystal heart in this room. That area down there is where it was.
Yeah, where it was, yeah.
Ah, yes, this part.
I think that bit out there is where you need to go.
Yes.
Something over there on the right once you go to the...
I don't actually think so. There's some places where it just doesn't. You know, like they just have them in corners to add to the clutter. There we go. This is fine. Yeah, you will slowly start to see me take a bit longer to get, like, strawberries in particular. Because I can play the game pretty decently, but, don't always have, or, you know, like, I play the main game pretty decently, but I don't always have the best feel for all of these strawberries.
Stuff, yeah.
I never really learned all of the, speed tricks for that. We're fine.
It's fine.
Ah, should have gone straight for that,
Yep.
wall there. Yeah, remember that grabbing one of those things will actually refill your stamina.
Your stamina.
Yeah, the stamina one's kind of easy to forget sometimes. But there we go.
Where are you putting that clutter?
Just, you know, in its proper place. Either way, we do get a key, and the one part of the room that I hadn't gone to is actually where the locked door is.
Yeah.
I knew where this was.
Alright.
I love how they managed to make her Animal Crossing beeps sound annoyed.
I know, right? You sound so pissed off.
Like, this game has such good, like, sound effect, like, just sound design in general. Yeah, just up the elevator.
Yeah, that very, very working elevator.
Highly functional elevator. I tend to ignore this.
Oh, hey, Theo.
Who's been wandering in the vents the entire time. Also,
Oh my
his
god, it's
fortress.
upside down! That's amazing! Yeah!
Game has very good little touches.
Yeah, right? Yeah, I'm a Theo on this one.
Yeah, like, I really do like the entire setup of this chapter. Or it's like, Theo is correct that, Madeline probably isn't going to really help him, but she feels like it would kind of hurt her if she didn't try to do this, and it kind of creates a spiral of a situation. And of course, Theo is kind of, ableist about the whole, he's crazy, he's this, he's that. So it's not exactly like, you know, he's correct about everything. Just that maybe Madeline would be better served not, using her time for this. Oh right, I'm out. And I just didn't land on a good place.
Yeah! Woo!
Very good.
Very good.
This is fine.
It's fine.
Ah, this room. I was stuck in this room for a long ass time because of that strawberry. You sort of need to... There's a few things that you can do here. Is, guess what?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you have to be, like, really, really careful about how you
Where
do
you
this. Especially because you can't really get up to it like this. So you really just need to leave yourself some space to work with. Will say, speedrun this game is maybe a lot better at doing that kind of stuff, though. This took me a long, long time the first time that I had to do it. Eesh. I think it might just not come up on the slimy grass.
Yeah,
There we
I mean,
go.
that makes sense.
Right. Yeah, I think you can potentially get back onto the platform the other way around there. as long as you left yourself some space to do that. History's greatest monster!
Thank you.
Thank you so much. 6 month resub. So you're now in the Celeste resub thing here. Yeah, for the record, it's 6 months to get that one.
Congrats to the happy couple.
Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much. Well, kinda never gonna. Ah, fuck.
Ah.
Did it again.
Yeah. And it went for like 2 hours, and now it's.
Yeah. Alright, I'm just gonna unplug and plug.
Yeah, go right ahead.
So.
The internet is back.
Yeah, I guess the question is let it continue going or not.
Just plug it in.
God, I sort of wonder. 3 o'clock being a time when the internet has a problem or something.
I don't know.
There's a blip or
I mean, when
something,
we've
or
done
3:40
late
or so.
streams, been a bit rough as well.
Yeah, we'll see.
And I don't know.
Troubleshooting for later.
Yep. Okay, there we go.
Alright, this'll hopefully do it.
Alright. Sorry, the internet.
Yeah, our internet still has a problem. It's clearly Optimum's fault, but they
refuse to believe it is.
yeah, so we'll need to give them another call and have more of a
Yeah.
fun time. Anyway, we're directly connected now, like, around our router, and that seems to help it. If it doesn't do it again, then oh boy, am I giving them a call. Anyway,
Sorry, everyone.
sorry about that.
Alright, hopefully we didn't very much. We noticed pretty quickly it went.
Yeah, we saw pretty fast that it was down. Apparently the Wi-Fi has no internet access. I wonder why
what a
that
shock.
would be. Anyway,
Almost shocked and appalled. Alright. So yeah, he's
he's still trying to sell Madeline on this presidential suite.
he's not very well, Purcell. He's generating customers.
Well, can't really go through there. Alright, let's do a fun time here.
Oh,
Damn it, that was almost amazing.
right?
God, the ones that go slow sometimes get me even worse.
Yeah.
So yeah, you can sort of see that, like, the key is on the other side of this room, so when you grab it, it's actually fastest to just go and die.
Yeah, just die and get warped back.
Yeah. By the way, there's actually, like, a bunch of strawberries on this other side here. Like, there's 2 in this room alone.
Ah, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, those ones, it's very difficult to sort of figure out the exact timing of them. They kind of move real quick, so you just have to dash up through them, basically.
Yeah.
They are timed kind of perfectly, so that a dash like that will, like, when one moves out of the way, will move the other one out of the way. Anyway, luckily these strawberries
Yeah, the
are...
strawberries got him. Don't worry about that one anymore.
Yep. I like it here. I believe this is also, like, set up so that you don't have the time to stand on that one little one. You'd have to just keep jumping. But yeah, you can actually see that this is showing you some little older rooms that you've been through. 'Cause this whole hotel is actually connected. There's also like a thing up there, but I believe you can actually get up like from the other side. So in order to avoid walking all the way back,
Yeah.
I will do this. This room is fairly difficult.
This room's rough.
The best way I've found to do it with those ones that are going like right around it is to just go, slide under them basically. Here we go.
Ah, yes, hi.
Oops. By the way, if you're on one of the platforms, like in front of one of the platforms when it goes, it just won't pop out until you until you move out of it.
There we go. Nice.
There we go. B-side unlocked. The B-sides are also absolutely fantastic
Yes,
music
I
tracks.
do like how some of the dust bunnies watch you.
Yeah. It's Mr. Oshiro's
Oh no,
diary.
we shouldn't be reading his diary. Madeline, put that diary down. Wait a minute. We read Bidoof's and
We did do that.
and,
We're just that kind of people,
and
to be honest.
Sunflora's, diaries. We're just bad people.
Yep.
We're just very, very bad people. Aww. Yeah, I'm guessing he didn't live.
Much longer. But yeah, this is the easiest B-side to get because it basically just points it out to you. Yeah, so that's all that has. I think it'll let you reread them, but there aren't new entries.
Yeah.
Whee! Anyway, we got that unlocked. And we made it all the way around. I believe this is the last room before we find the fabled presidential suite.
Ooh.
Sweet president.
Ooh. Oh yeah, this room is really long. Yeah.
Yes. Oops.
No, you're not supposed to use it there.
Brain sort of just farted right there.
Alright, little brain.
It's funny, it's like this is a room that I do, so it's not like I should have that much trouble with it, although it is quite long.
Yeah, it's a very long room.
Yeah. Very much meant to be like the final challenge before you get to this point. Very definition of rustic luxury.
It's alright.
It's kept together a little bit better. A few cobwebs, but you know.
And don't go in front of the mirror. We're not good with mirrors. Okay.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Maybe that wasn't just a dream, huh?
Oh, Madeline. Yeah, she
kinda
kind of
means
does.
that.
She means that. You didn't have to listen. She's... Oh, I'm sorry, buddy.
Well,
Well...
just loops forever here. But make it up to the roof.
She is going. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Good choice.
Fascinated box. Thank you for the
Thank you.
bits.
I don't know. How many frames do you save? I mean,
I think I need to look over the tax forms to find that out.
I mean, she is a part of Madeline. Uh-oh. I mean... Uh-oh.
And so this is how the chase sequence happens.
Yep.
The way that this works, he will basically just come at you at certain intervals. The game will actually slow down to make it a bit easier, but if you're kind of committed to a movement, sometimes it can just be absolutely impossible to dodge him. Especially when it comes to the, like, dodging just bunnies and all sorts of other fun stuff like that. Now.
Ah, she just sits there forever.
I'm trying to get through this, like, quickly so I can bounce off his head for that strawberry. It's quite difficult, as you can probably already tell. I've definitely had trouble getting this one in the past. I always sort of forget, like, the specific timing of, like, how you jump.
There's a lot of sound effects right now, which is very loud.
Good with this?
Yes. All the sound effects and springs and him coming at you a bit loud.
That's fair. So I might skip that one for now. I always forget if there's like a specific trick to it or not. Here's this room. Oh, it's not quite the hell room.
It's close.
It's fine. It's fine. Almost missed there. Now it's this room, the hell room. The room from hell.
Leitmotifs are, yeah, recurring themes, recurring patterns.
This game is very strong about them. Oops. Sometimes it'll be like, I'm ducking, and then my brain will be like, no, I'm jumping, and then... And then it goes poorly. At least
Try
you
to
can
do both,
keep
and it'll go
most of
very
the strawberries.
incorrectly.
Yeah, like at least most of the strawberries have places where you can just stay to grab them.
Yep.
He will commit to a direction instantly.
Oh, yeah, he commits
And then he'll kind of just not go anymore or, you know, like just run across the screen at exactly that height, basically. I knew I was gonna do that.
You can see by the lightning. This is a very long room.
Yep. Did get most of the strawberries, at least. and sometimes you'll just be caught without your dash, and it'll just be like, well, there you go.
And you're like, try to dodge him and hit a dust bunny in the ceiling. And...
Yep. Yeah, this is
or
easily
hit
the toughest
spring and
room.
bounce back up into him.
Easily the toughest room of the game up to this point. You can take it slow, it should be mentioned, like his jumps at you are on like distance procs rather than time procs, which doesn't always seem that way, but that does make it so it's like there's only certain places where he'll actually come dive at you. That's the kind of thing that's pretty tough to notice when you're in the middle of a chase sequence.
Especially when you're in the middle of a speed run, chase sequence.
Well, yes. Anyway, that is horrible.
Calm down a little bit, buddy. Okay. That's fair. Fair. I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
I'll go back to your denial, buddy.
Well, that didn't go great.
No.
Not so much.
No. But hey, we're on the other side of the hotel.
That's true. We did in fact get
We
out.
accomplished our goal.
By the way, there's a little dust bunny in the corner there. Yep, so we did get the tape, the B-side. Right, only missed the one at the end point, which I'll get later, probably.
Yeah, we'll get that later.
But we'll go onward to Golden Ridge.
Hell yeah.
After I use the bathroom. I'll be right back.
No. Okay. He's off. He's gone. What's up, y'all? Been good? Last week we've been off. Y'all had fun? Yeah, leitmotifs are definitely coming into more prominence in video games. You know, definitely quite a few games recently have been used. Like being married. It's surprisingly similar to when we were just engaged and living together, to be honest. We're both very silly.
Yep. I don't even know what the lead up was, but I agree.
What's like being married?
Yeah, fairly similar. I think I'm gonna try to move the chat a little bit closer.
I have played Digimon World Next Order. I really like that game.
Played it mostly around me.
Yeah.
Now I should at least be able to read
Be able to
this.
respond?
Yeah, be able to read chat without, like, leaning over you. Anyway.
So I really like... It's a good shit. It's really like Digimon World 1, which is one of my favorite.
Yeah, I do love the little postcards.
You didn't miss anything while you were in the hospital. We've been off for a week.
Yep.
Thanks, Ace Game.
So we get the first new mechanic in this one, which is bouncy clouds.
Yeah, that's the thing about the Digimon Next Order, is it's very much like Digimon World 1. I weren't really a fan of that game. It's
more of that,
It's
yeah.
basically that game on steroids. Yeah, let's
So-
have a look at this new mechanic.
Yes, these bubbles, when you jump into them and then hold a direction, will push you in that direction in like a second. If you hit dash, it will do it instantly. It will also refill your dash, it's worth noting.
That's great.
Yep, this is some sort of stone.
It looks like a little monster.
Hmm.
Laying back. Ah!
Herb.
Fuck off, bird.
Nothing up here. A little bridge here.
Of course.
Here either?
Oh, hey.
Ah, but look who it is.
Hello. How'd you get up here?
She's not in a very good mood right now.
No.
To be laughed at by an old lady.
Yeah.
I don't really know the inputs for water dashing.
Yeah, we could have gone with a warning about him. Yeah, okay. Yeah, no, don't do that.
I mean, you're the one seeing a ghost now.
Right?
Ah, yes, dashing on every single frame. Yeah, that's probably in the task, which is probably incredible.
Yeah. I mean, I ain't gonna disagree with you, lady.
Yeah, I didn't actually see the entirety of the tasks. We should really watch that at some point.
Yeah, I watched. I think I got more of it. But
I think we saw like the end of it, basically.
yeah, it was very good.
Yeah. Nope.
Yeah,
We're
back
not-
off, lady.
We're not giving up just yet.
Ah, same thing. Same thing.
Mind the wind. Ah, it doesn't look that windy, considering that Canadian flag.
I'm kind of lightly blowing, you know?
Nothing up here. I can get myself stuck in there.
Hello, wind.
Yes, the other new mechanic of this level is the wind, and it's basically like, you know, pushing you in the direction that it's blowing with varying degrees of hardness.
No jumping there.
Yeah.
Oh, she had more dialogue? Whoops.
Oh, right. Yes, she did. Not really. I love the way she blinks with
I know,
like
I
her
was
eyes
just about
not
to
in
say,
sync.
like, slightly out of sync. How do you even do that?
Also true. Yes, Theo's from Seattle and Madeline is, I believe, from Canada.
Place is pretty cool. I mean, Madeline, really? You've been on this mountain.
You met a ghost, you met a
You've
bit of
seen
yourself.
Quite a few things by now.
There we go. I also do like that even though we're kind of... Madeline's kind of annoyed with her, she does sort of lighten up with her as,
As cautious.
yeah. I love the writing in this game a lot.
Break those walls. Break that strawberry.
See, you can also chain them. So of course, what good would this be? By the way, the pink clouds just go away after you jump on them. So I need to actually escape. Luckily, because those things give you your jump back, it's not quite so bad. Yeah, this level becomes very much about kind of navigating the various interplay of the wind.
I like the flags.
Flags are really nice, yeah. Ah, yes, you can also see that, like, you go way further jumping in the direction of the wind than you do against it, obviously. And you can also use it to climb up walls without using, like, too much stamina, basically. Like, you can't... There's a way to do wall jumps without doing the... you know, like, there's a way to do wall jumps without really using much stamina, but normally when there's no wind, you're not supposed to be able to do that.
Wind goes through the walls. Haven't you seen it?
Indeed.
No.
Shocking. Great, now I only have one more strawberry to collect the entire game. Hang on. Yeah, you can get some real good wind jumps here.
Ooh, okay.
Oh god, I remember this one.
The fragments, alright.
Wow, this has taken me so much less time than it did the first time around. So every time that you get one of those little bits of a strawberry there, the wind picks up more and more. And if you touch the ground, or actually no, I think after you pick the first one, it just gets constant. And so when you get that, you basically can't touch the ground or everything will stop. So you have to do that whole thing that I just did there without touching the ground, except for that spring. Does not count as ground, I guess. Ah, hey, what do you know?
Ooh, hello.
So yes, I think we've seen these viewfinders before. They just let you take a look at what the fuck you're doing before you do it for these very big rooms.
Goodness.
Yep.
Alright.
These B-side challenges, they don't really fuck around. Yeah, that'll happen from time to time. There we go. There we go. I love B-sides. Like, I love these little challenge things. There's versions of these that are much harder later on, but those little, I love those, like, move to the beat kind of rooms. Alright, now we get the super heavy wind, so you can see we can kind of just climb up this when the wind is blowing. I thought this out poorly!
I didn't think this at all!
There we go. Yeah, you get the assist from the wind. But yeah, this is the room that basically teaches you for sure that you actually can just climb up walls when the wind is on. Anyway, take a look around here to yet another new mechanic. These blocks, I am just basically, you know. This is fun. Anyway, these blocks will basically move in the direction that they're pointing, but you can also influence their direction. The important thing to know, though, is that if they touch anything for too long, they'll just break. Yeah, the teaching rooms in this game are very good. This will sort of make sure that you are aware of how the whole mechanic works. This whole mechanic works as well, because you can only actually influence their direction when you're grabbed onto one of these button edges. Because you can jump on top of it and it will move, but you can't move it like left and right.
Okay.
I'd look at this. Why? Yeah, you can sort of see that you can do stuff like this, and then some of them just don't have them at all. So you get stuff like this. Also, they'll crush you. For the record, be very careful.
closes them off after you get all the berries from them.
Yes, so you can't get stuck. Just kind of going for these ones, basically. Or, you know, so that you know that you've gotten the berries. But yeah, this actually gives you a lot of optional practice with these rooms. Or like with this mechanic, which is nice. I really like it. You fucks.
No. Give me the strawberry. I don't even like them, but give them to me.
So for the record, you can tell which way is the way out because it's got all the shinies and stuff. Let's explore.
Explorations for chumps.
Strongly agreed. But yeah, this is one of those mechanics that can be a bit weird.
So the bubbles regenerate your dash as well.
Yes. They are very similar to Dream Blocks in that way, where like just about anything that kind of changes your state will give you your dash back afterwards, and the game will require you to know that. There we go. This was the room we were in before. By the way, they can brush up against spikes just fine.
Yep.
Now we're back through here. Dude, yeah, that one's also cut off now. Thus with just this one.
That bathroom.
That is an outhouse, yes.
Who's in our block?
As one does. There we go. Gonna fall down this
You
one.
basically skip all of this during the speedrun.
Oh yeah, you don't even need the platform that's down there. You can do some shit. I may or may not give up on this, but basically, you know how I do some spike jumps where like you jump off the bottom edge of a spike? You can do that here to get up there. It's just kind of, there we go, precise.
Oh.
But yeah, you're supposed to do that in the speedrun. You can kind of see why I just ride the block anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, up is the way to go, but go for a swim.
Love swimming.
And there is a destructible wall.
Also love
here.
smashing walls. How did you know? Oh, weird block at the bottom there.
Notice we can't really get anywhere. Well, we'll come back to this in a moment, because there is another destructible wall here to a double secret.
Ooh.
So yeah, these are the kind of things that you'll start to see here. Ones where you have to jump and get other platforms out of the way to make sure that your other one can, like, you know, touch it. So basically, like, if the platform below us here hits that other platform, it'll break. So you have to jump on it, move it out of the way, so that your one doesn't break. Yes, another secret.
I love other secrets.
This block obviously doesn't quite belong. And this is a reference to Super Mario Bros. 3.
Okay.
Where in an early level in the first world, you could stand on a block like this, duck down, and fall behind the scenery.
Oh.
So this is something I had to look up because I had totally forgotten that that was like a thing.
I mean, I didn't know that was a thing. I never knew.
Yeah, you get a warp whistle for doing it in Mario, Super Mario, but you can also see this background of the stage that didn't really look like anything at first is actually the path to this heart. It's a cool one. I don't really mind the hearts being like this, like, you know, kind of being look-upable things, since I feel like there's really a depth of secrets in a way. Probably not important. It is, they'll leave a message. I also just never picked the strawberry up. Yeah, hashtag gamer knowledge.
Yeah, I never played it. I mean, I never had a NES or a SNES.
I played it because they had it in, like at the place we would stay at in Lake Placid. My cousin's condo.
Yeah, I never liked any of the Mario Brothers games either.
Yeah, this is what you're actually supposed to do here. We do a really wacky screen transition thing in the speedrun to get around that. Ah, yes, this is another thing that you may not have noticed at first. When you jump off of these things, you actually do have some momentum going
they
forward.
give you a little bit more.
Yep. Ah, yes, this room. It's hell if you're trying to do this the speedrunning way. Because what you're supposed to do is, like, use this block to, like, push you forward to be able to get the distance for it. That's pretty fucking hard to do.
Yeah, a little bit.
Because basically, like, when you're on the edge, that's so that you can see on the left there. If the block is pushing you along and you do the hyper dash, but like keep your dash, it will get you all the way across the screen here and give you just enough to get down there. I can do it like 1 in 10 or 1 in 20 times. Anyway, wind is starting to pick up.
Rock and roll.
Oops. Well, that's
no good.
Yeah, there you go. To get some of these, you have to start really taking advantage of the wind moving in the opposite direction. Also, these dashes and like the fact that your movement speed is so ridiculously slowed against the wind basically means that your dashes are much more precision than they would otherwise be. So like you really have to start standing on the edge of platforms because your dash will always go the same. Oops. Your dash will always go the same amount of distance.
Woo!
Your like falling afterwards won't do that. And like you really get a feel for like, okay, I can dash this and then fall forward just enough to get it when you're playing the game normally. And the wind really forces you to rethink that.
Yeah.
Stuff like this where you don't have a dash and you just have to jump out is like, that's literally as far as you can go, basically.
Whoops. Whoops.
And these clouds will also get you. Too much there. But yeah, the whole, like, in a precision platformer like this, the whole idea of, like, making the movement not 100% under your control makes it, like, way tougher than you would think.
Yeah.
You know, even when it's consistent and constant and all that, it's still pretty tough. Because, like, here, you really can't make any forward progress with these things. You have to, like, throw them in and then use your dash to, like, get the little extra distance from them.
Dash that.
Ah. Perhaps not necessarily keep my dash. Yeah, I mean, it's a kind of game that's, like, about trauma in the first place, so it's the sort of thing that, like, you know... Alright, now we should be able to do it. It's a game that's, like, very open about mental health problems and stuff like that, so I think it kind of... I don't know, I cried a lot at this game at lots of different points. Normally you're supposed to do this to get up here. We do a super wacky bounce instead.
Yeah, we do.
You do a, let that reform so I have a place to go, but like you fall on this dash and then you have to like keep your jump with you, or like, you know, get your dash back from it, and you have to do that at just the right times so that you actually get bounced up by it.
That
It's
is
like
super wacky.
completely ridiculous. There'll also be a side room.
Ooh.
Yeah, moving with the wind is also its own thing. Oh yeah, by the way, you're immediately stopped by this peg here so that you don't get flung off instantly while you're still looking at the room.
Yep.
Which I like. Let us see. Jump off here. Ah, yes, I should be able to make that if I just, By the way, I believe if I don't move here, yes, it won't move me with the wind until I touch the stick at all, and then we'll just start doing it. I just gotta get this at just right there. There we go.
And this one's pretty fun. Mostly because you go flying with it. That is fun as hell.
Ah, right. So you might notice that the trick isn't actually so much getting over there
It's getting back.
as it is getting back. In fact, we can actually use the wind to get us all the way back there. Yeah, there we go. I should be able to actually just use that to, so if I wait for this to come back and then dash straight through it, it'll actually let me keep it. There we go.
Yeah, there we
Woo.
go.
Yeah, when the wind gets that hard, it's very difficult to move around.
Oh, that's fair. Wind in games is done very badly in a lot of games.
Yeah.
It's definitely a mechanic that you sort of instinctively...
Ah, yes. Evil.
Instinctively don't trust.
There we go. That one can be pretty tough if you don't have the dash. Like, you can fall on it and just grab the thing before you, like, as it flies by, but that's pretty tough to do. Quite a few options, which is another thing that I really like about this. That there really are, like, a lot of ways of solving various puzzles, which is nice. Yeah, you have to get that spiky boy out of the way.
Move the spiky boy.
Whee! Here it kind of starts and stops, which when I'm doing a speed run can really fuck me up.
Whee!
This room in particular definitely does that. Ah, yes. Yeah, you can get blown straight in through that wall sometimes. It'd be like a bit of an easier way through. I still had a dash there. My fault. Sometimes you can get really into like a single type of movement mechanic and like kind of forget other ones that you still have available to you. Like when you go through some of the really difficult challenges, sometimes it is sort of just being a bit, you know, like just about figuring out what tools are available to you. Going straight down there. Probably still doable. I just gotta, you know, work it real quick. Yeah, also, if you go straight right there, it will just dunk you straight into some spikes, which I think is funny.
Yep. Whoops.
Get that damn strawberry. I swear to God.
I think Madeline's a pretty good climber. Mountain climber.
I would say so.
Doing pretty well.
We're right over it.
Until that happens.
I do love just how precision the controls are in this game. Like, the difference between doing, you know, going straight over something and going straight into it like you expect to do is pretty fine when it comes down to it. There we go, yeah. If I do that up, it won't respawn in time.
Yeah.
Alright, and sometimes you do sort of just have to figure out, like, what set of inputs will do what for you. But because the game checkpoints you so aggressively, that's actually generally fine. There we go. Yeah, here we go. We actually skipped the whole part of that room over there.
So I have to get like those rooms and those strawberries later.
Yep. Ah, there we go.
Or
I knew there's a little extra there. Ah, seeing things. Ah, yes, this. They'll get better. Right. Okay, so what I gotta do here is actually retain my dash, but jump onto the other side of this so that I can then get all the way out to this side.
and not hit the wall.
Hell yeah. Well, I actually tried to get over there so that I can... There we go.
You can only move it diagonally.
Yes.
Where it was? Okay.
Yeah, you can't change its direction completely.
Okay.
Instead of going on that side, on this one. You do actually get a little bit of extra time there.
Sort of went wrongly.
Yeah, it'll happen. So yeah, the strawberries as you go will definitely start asking more and more of you. This is fine. I actually could have saved that if I hadn't run out of stamina like right there.
Yeah.
But yeah, the strawberries, when you're first playing this game, definitely don't feel bad about skipping strawberries.
No.
They are always designed to be sort of above and beyond kind of challenges compared to, you know, just getting level completion. And I think that's really good design. Like, it really lets you modulate the difficulty in a very natural way. Yeah, so this is really, really difficult. This is another one of those, I kind of have to see what, like, the game wants me to do at the very end there. Well, now it's... There we go. There are some ridiculous ones. Anyway, by the way, speedrunning thing, hyper dashing, like regular super dashing doesn't really fight you against the wind much. When I do that, like I'll get or when I do like a regular one, it like kind of gimps me like that. But if you're ducked down and do it, you actually do get the full distance of it. So when you see speedrunners do this chapter, they don't actually have the same kind of trouble because they, there we go. You want to get to the other side of that and then use this ridiculous wind here to just carry you all the way, all the rest of the way. But yeah, speedrunners when they do these sections are doing like, oops, damn. Should have gone for the other one back there.
Yep.
But they're doing just hyper dashes repeatedly. Keep doing that because I keep trying to land. Well, I keep trying to land on that block, forgetting that it's like not the one that I'm going for. There we go. Yeah. And that's the thing. Like at this point, you are literally barely moving forward.
Without the dash.
Yeah, when you aren't dashing. That's also a really interesting use of the blocks there to like kind of propel you straight back onto the block that you weren't able to get to. Oh, and by the way, we've got reverse Oshiros here. You know, as if it wasn't enough, you are also getting snowballs pelted at you.
Yeah, love those snowballs.
Whoops. Oh wow.
Whoops.
I lived there for much longer than I expected I would. Like Mr. Oshiro's like Ghost Chase segment, they will actually re-give you your dash back if you land on them. Oops!
Whoops.
But yeah, you get really, really good at knowing exactly where you should be going with these. Maybe another one that I just skip, because I can't quite recall if it's like there's an easier way to get there. This is totally fine.
This is fine.
Reflex the fuck out of that. So yeah, you get these ones, and if you take your finger off it for like half a second, you end up flying way back. Which is the other thing. I have the button mashed down right now to make absolutely sure that I am always touching. I know that's not the intended way.
It's not the intended way, but it worked.
Yep.
It worked.
Yeah. You also have to be real careful on these platforms to make sure that you are just bounced straight up. Oh yeah, you can't dash into those. It does have to be a clean jump. But yeah, like even if you do diagonal dashes, you just won't quite get the distance that you need for it. Very sneaky. That is the other thing, though. You get very good at just noticing the kind of ways that this game will hide things from you. Yeah, that's not happening. I could have actually saved that by going backwards, but quite difficult. I think it's if you go up and right with the ball, with the things, and then do the dash straight to the right, you'll get it. I think that's what you gotta do there. I don't think it's like... I don't think that's absolute, but that's the one that gives you the most time, basically.
Yep. I love the lateral thing.
Yep. This game very much rewards, like, those kinds of lateral thinking type things. Here, you are literally just barely moving at all and using your dash to get literally everything. And of course, now, we get the part where the wind's with us. Which I do like, that it ends the level with you kind of
going flying,
nailing it. Oops. Whoops. But yeah, like it ends the level with the exact opposite, where suddenly you have these ridiculous jumps to make. Oops. Just missed that one. And you have to just, you know, go for them. Which, like someone in chat said, it's like a very good use of the mechanics. That is the end of the level.
Oh, hello. Hello. Hey, Theo.
And then he dies.
He's doing a pretty good climbing too. Nailed it.
Nailed it. Yo.
He's
you,
alright.
Okay.
Fine. He's
This
fine.
cutscene is a lot. I guess I should warn people before the start of it. It's no worries if you can't like really watch a lot of what's going on. You'll see. Not like anything graphic or anything, but game's very good at anxiety. Hmm.
Yeah, okay. Seems like a bad idea. Yeah,
Lever looks important.
Don't break it. Don't break it, Theo. Break it, you bought it, Theo.
Easy every time.
Sure you are, buddy. No.
Probably.
No.
That's kind of right. I'm getting quite high up the mountain, yes.
Very high. Whoa, shit. Madeline! Go away!
Hmm.
Do not break the lever.
Well,
Oh, for fuck's sake, Theo. Yeah. No.
you hear when you press the A button, it'll go up.
Okay.
So you kind of want to just keep it in the box. Nice. Nice and easy.
Thanks, Theo.
Hey, made it.
Hooray. I mean...
He was great.
It was great. Nailed it.
That would be this chapter. So, you got about 20 to 30 minutes left. This next chapter will probably take a bit to get through. We could either go a bit longer, or we could try some B-sides. I'm Kind of alright with either.
I'm fine with either. What do you fancy doing?
I think it'll definitely run us a bit long to go, but I don't think it'll run us, like, hugely long. I mean, the hotel took us about an hour. That took us about 30 minutes.
Yep.
This will likely take us probably closer to an hour, but particularly me going for strawberries, but I think it's still doable, and I also think this is one of the most difficult, like, mechanic-wise levels to go through, but probably also one of the strongest points, especially just going off that. I love that scene so much. But it is the Mirror Temple. We will definitely be doing B-sides, by the way.
We will be doing B-sides, yeah.
I have done all of the B-sides, so I know that I can do them. Doing them on stream is going to be an adventure, but hey. Remember to take regular breaks. We do, just while streaming, you know? Look at this place. I didn't actually check how many strawberries we got in Golden Ridge. I think we got all of them. We did get the heart and the cassette tape, though.
Look at me both. You is really into ruin.
Really into Instagram pictures.
Oh
yes, subs and Patreons.
Subs and Patreons. If you link Discord to Twitch, you should get in.
Okay, 27 to 29. Got it.
We have had some difficulty with subs not getting in, but you should absolutely.
But I think at this point, most people who are like regular subs should be able to just throw in.
You absolutely. If you link, so if you're a subscriber or a Patreon, you have access to our Discord if you link the appropriate website.
You can't not, right?
Yeah.
I think I can actually hit that wall over there, and that should do it. That.
Yeah.
There we go. I missed this one the first time around.
Yeah.
I never really thought to go backwards to grab it. I think I actually did go backwards, but I didn't realize to fall like all the way down.
There's not a link. As soon as you you connect Twitch and Discord, it should appear in your Discord.
You can link your Discord
list.
account to a Twitch thing.
Yeah,
and
to a Twitch account.
Once you do that, that should like have like, you know, Discord accounts that your subs have opened up for you, and we should be one of them.
Yeah.
Incidentally, any sub or $1 patron does get that.
Yep, any sub and $1 patron will get you access to. If it's not there, I'm not sure why. We may have to sync it because we've had trouble with it.
Yeah, sometimes there's some weirdness. We can finish up stuff afterwards.
Yeah, if after the stream, we'll sync it, and if you still don't have access, just hit us up on Twitter or Twitch, and we'll try and get you access.
Yep.
Same for anyone else.
Yeah, so this cutscene, totally skippable. But you find Theo's phone in front of a mirror.
Spooky mirror, uh-oh.
It also introduces this the new mechanic of the level. These things are platforms that move to their other position every time that you dash.
Okay, so under your user settings in Discord, it should be in connection.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, if you've used it for other ones and it's just not there, we might need to do a forest. It wouldn't be the first time that someone had, like, you know, trouble getting through.
Yeah, we'll send you a link. We'll get you on.
Yep. Right. So you really have to think about not where the things are right now, but where they're going to be. But this is a good room to sort of get yourself started with. That said, this is the actual path. It also introduces these red ones.
Bonk.
The red ones are the same sort of directional thing as the blue ones, but they'll keep flying. And then it sort of gives you, again, some safe space to play with them.
Oh. Ooh, scary. Very scary.
Very scary.
And the background here is very Lots of those.
Yep. Lots of eyeballs.
Lots of weird things in the very background there.
Indeed. The movement on these things when you do, like when you dash right next to them can be a little weird sometimes. Like you might not realize that it's actually, that it's actually still pushing against you, basically.
Oh shit.
This is fine.
This is fine!
Yeah, you'll actually see that this is like just a ton of optional strawberries. You can dash out of these things, by the way. That will be necessary in places, and that's kind of what that teaches you.
Yep.
But yeah, like this whole section here, we don't go down in this way at all, because all of it is optional strawberries.
Yeah, you skip a lot of this level.
Legitimately, this room here, there is no reason to go into it if you're just trying to complete the level. The Mirror Temple has a ton of optional strawberries and like just basically stuff that you never have to see. Ah,
Nope.
yes.
Denied.
This is fun. Anyway, if of course we do go to here, smash.
Point.
Let me smash.
Or smash off.
There we go. Get those and that'll go up so we don't have to do that again. Yeah, the game does a lot of really, really wild things with mechanics and stuff. Yeah, Mirror Temple is very much meant to be more of like a puzzly kind of level than a, you know, challenge after challenge level. And there's a lot of sort of figuring out what goes on. We're gonna get to a section later that is like completely wide open, figure out what the fuck you're supposed to be doing kind of thing. That in the speedrun we just skip completely.
Yeah.
Funnily enough. No.
Going. You hit the edge. Let me get some water.
Go for it. Then, why don't you?
Yeah,
As I'm doing all these strawberry puzzles, so you're not exactly missing much.
because you're wanting to find me right now.
Yep. Whoop. Yep. Getting back might be a little bit tougher here, but that's there we go. I think we actually cleared out most of this area now, because I don't think there are like sideways paths. Yeah, there we go. We got most of this completely optional basement done. I believe I've got all the ones over here. Again, we can always come around and get the few of them left afterwards. You're actually supposed to go up here through this little way.
Oh, okay.
And that is using this one over here. But yeah, in the speedrun, we literally just rush over to this thing and then go straight up into this room. So, another fun speedrun trick that I'll probably do here that is hell is that if you go over to this platform and then hyper dash here at just the right time, you can skip a thing that you're supposed to do here. That, basically. Because, like, you're supposed to actually go all around this place to get the keys. I mean, the cycles on these things are kind of tough.
The speedrun track for this game was pretty. Wait, a little bit longer.
Yeah, I think I have to just count to one. One. Beat the cycle pretty easily. One. If you jump right.
Yeah, there are probably a few more strawberries.
Oh, there are.
Tons in here.
Oh. Ah, yes. This is meant for you to come back the other way. Anyway. Bonk. Or actually, what am I saying? Now that we've opened that up. Ah, yes. Oh, Hope you're ready for doorbells.
Hell yeah. Love doorbells.
See, as long as you're kind of, you know, careful with this, it's not too bad. Partly because, you know, any puzzle where you can always just touch something to get your dash back, rather than having to rely on just, you know, being in the correct place, is generally a bit easier than the other ones. Anyway, the nice thing here is that zoop. Like, why is this here? After I literally just found the secret for why it was there. I think you can do some tricksy stuff there, but you can also just go down.
Yeah?
Anyway, you can actually take, this is like the one that you can take to go all the way back over. And that's how you're supposed to do that, quote unquote. Ah, yes. The, boink. Don't leave me!
No, come back!
There we go. The doorbell is so weird.
It kind of triggers my brain every time.
Yeah. Anyway, there is actually another thing to do here.
And my brain just goes, "That's a doorbell! Where's the door?" Oh no.
Doorbell.
It's like when you hear real sounding phone noises on like TV shows and you go, "Who's ringing?"
Yeah. It's ringing me.
It just sets
Sort
my
of
brain off
hardwired in your brain.
to think that there's someone at the door.
One last place, and
Do
that
we
is
even
this
have
one.
a doorbell?
No.
Don't even have a doorbell.
Technically, we have a ringer. I don't actually know how to get someone on the intercom to ring us on it, though. I've never really asked, because I'm that kind of person. I mean, technically, I think you should be able to ring my phone on the keypad. There we go. That one.
I've never had a doorbell that sounds exactly like that, but it's...
But it is like, you parse that as a doorbell,
Yeah,
you know? That double tone is just immediately
Yeah,
a
I mean, the
doorbell.
double tone is what my parents' doorbell, or my doorbell at my flat used to...
Yeah.
Ding dong.
If you hit this...
So it absolutely... My brain... Oh, hello, Theo.
There you are.
You look a little bit mirror reflection-y. I think you're still
About
around,
that.
buddy. Yeah?
What happened?
Or you missed a strawberry, oh well.
Yeah, I knew I would.
And yeah, it's not like a... I mean, we'll collect all the strawberries at
But
some
I'm not gonna
point,
go looking
but
for them if I forget about them.
we're not, like, every level actually. Hashtag bless. Is this intentionally supposed to mess with your brain, the door?
Yeah, probably. Theo is definitely an influencer.
Yeah, he is. You should follow that instinct, buddy.
Well, I'm here, door blocking our way, but there is a room over here. There we go. Pop that right open. You'll also notice that, like, as we walk by the torches here, we light them up.
Yeah, and the flash effect is back even more so. It's cool, that's cool.
Like the thing of light around you.
Yeah, like we saw in the hotel, but we never really needed it because it wasn't dark, but now... Like,
Mirror
actually...
Temple is dark.
So it introduced the whole, you can, like, light around you earlier, and then... That's neat, I like that.
For the record, there isn't any reason to light every single one of the sconces here. You can. I won't stop you from doing it, but it doesn't, like, get you a reward.
I'm gonna abandon you.
Oh no.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. Well, this is just a dash strawberry that may take me a little bit. But we shall see. Anyway. Yeah, Theo actually does have a like an Instagram account, basically, that the devs have made for him, and it's really good. Yes, it is game spoilers, though. Yeah, Civil Twilight mentioned that it is spoilers. But I do really like the dedication of the devs to, like, make an Instagram account for Theo, because it's very good. Anyway, let's make sure this one gets home safe and sound. There we go. It's very easy to miss puzzle sections of this because there's, you know, everything's in darkness and you can sort of see in backgrounds here, but you can't tell where the platforms are necessarily. The exit, by the way, is up on the top right here, but there's a few other rooms that we can get to, like this one. Whee! There we go. I think there is another one above us here. Yeah, because like that's the way out. Come up over this way. There we go. I knew I was gonna miss things in the Mirror Temple, incidentally.
Oh, it's huge. I can't imagine.
Curses!
You go through this level.
I've seen this from both sides now.
I can't imagine you go through this like first time and get everything.
Yeah.
Without like a guide helping you. It's huge.
Yep. This is gonna be a little bit of a tough one, but whoop. Go. Oh,
Woohoo!
Yep, that's how you get that one.
Over 100. Nice.
Yeah, over 100 now, yes, because this place is swimming in them.
How many are there in the game?
Any? There are extra golden ones that eventually up the number even more. I can't remember what the current number is, like what the base number of regular strawberries is, though. There's a fun speed trick with this platform here, where if you fly into the room just right, you can like catch it during a dash, basically. It's very funny. But yeah, you also get cut off in this level fairly aggressively because there's these giant puzzle segments that have a ton of strawberries in them.
And they're all dark as well.
Yeah, so it's very, very easy. This is another giant segment that it's very easy to miss things in. The speedrun skips this entirely for reasons.
Well, speed reasons. It's faster to skip it.
Well, A, it's faster to skip it, but there's another reason actually. Slide into here. Yeah, there we go. We get fucking launched to that berry.
Yeah.
You sort of have to like move those two out of the way.
You can't get like down to the right past that other.
There is nothing there, I
There's
believe.
nothing there?
I believe that's just an empty space.
Ah.
Because actually, the other room isn't like there's another room down around here, but it's
Okay, so like
here.
170 strawberries. Oh, 200. So. Yeah, I have to imagine there is a thing that happened that will unlock more of them. Get it.
Totally gotten this one. Quite remember exactly what I should actually do it though. Yeah. I was overthinking it. Which will happen from time to time.
Like diagonal. No, I'm nice.
Yeah.
The lit torches stay lit
Yes.
when you move between rooms, so yeah.
Yeah, I believe they are permanent. Yeah, you can see those ones are ones that I lit up before. Ah, hello, Switch. Of that one. Lovely skull just
I love
sitting
skulls.
right there.
It's Murray. Hey, Murray.
Another doorway. Alright. Of course, that one's gonna be over here. As we've seen in the speedrun before, these things do carry momentum.
Yeah.
So you do have to be a bit careful when you jump on them. Not sure if there's something up in the left. Yeah, so we opened the doorway over there. I believe there's a torch over there, which will tell us that there's nothing. Have to be sure.
No idea. Oh, hello. I thought I saw something.
There we go.
Bits of one there.
Very good. I'm gonna do this on the way. I think there might actually be a doorway up there, but I'm not sure. Whee!
Ah, so you can't touch the ground, your bits go.
Yes, that is sort of the way that this works.
With all without touching the ground.
Yep.
And
Yeah, springs don't count, which is often the way to beat most of these puzzles is to use the springs to get your dash back. I do like them though because they very much require you to think about the system as a whole.
yeah.
I missed.
You missed. Too fast.
Too speedy. Yeah, a common trick that you can use is to launch yourself straight in, and then, launch yourself straight into the board here, which will keep you attached to it, and then jump off when it gets to its end point.
Whee!
By the way,
Ooh.
there's even more.
Hello.
Oh. Interesting. I've never seen that happen before.
I thought the platform was solid, but
It was
didn't
like
show
coming
it was
up.
solid?
It was like coming up as like just with like literally perfect timing there.
Yeah.
That's kind of hilarious. Never seen that one before. That's kind of what you want to do there. Hit it just as
So
the
yeah,
balloon is
it's
gonna
because
flip.
you hit the very corner of it.
Yeah.
It didn't actually phase in properly.
Basically.
When it was still phased in, so it was solid until it then phased out and you fell through it.
That is absolutely incredible. There we go. Never done that.
A
That
bug! We hit a bug.
Anyway, we got the B-side. Luckily, they don't expect you to go back. Yes, that is where the level's B-side is, or yeah, where the this level's B-side shows up. Anyway, back into the darkness.
Yeah, corners are somewhere between solid and not solid. Yeah.
Exactly. Actually is nothing. There we go. A fruitful diversion. Strawberry we just got. But yeah, you can really see, like, the critical path on this level is downright tiny compared to, like, the actual amount of shit in it. Leave. Yes, this is actually the way
let's see
forward.
it, yeah.
So, let's go up.
Oh, a little creepy statue.
Yeah, nothing weird going on here.
Intensely creepy statue.
Nothing untoward.
It's an intensely creepy statue.
This is the kind of game that often rewards my tunnel vision. I could have saved that.
Yeah.
In the sense that, like, a lot of times I will just start up a puzzle without any clue what, like, the end point of it even looks like.
Mm-hmm.
If I just go right there, it'll be fine. As long as I dash down.
Yep. Can you get up in the middle above her?
You can. In fact, I believe that is what we are required to do. Ah, thank you, Ragni, for clipping that.
Thank you for the clipping.
Useful
that,
for bug testing later.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's a tough one, right? Like the tough movement there. You can really see that the game is sort of very slowly getting you acclimated to the weirder things in the mechanics.
Dashing out of this bubble. Yeah.
You know, like dashing out of the bubbles and just kind of expecting more mechanically difficult things from you, which is like, it's cool. Yeah, you're actually
There we
expected to go up here because the key's up here.
Uh,
Well, technically. Because, if you remember from the speedrun, we don't actually get that.
no, we don't.
Weird, that. Maybe keep that in mind. You are making some semi-blind jumps, but of course, if you hit them and then just run yourself into some spikes, but you already lit the thing up, it'll
It's
stay
easier,
lit,
yeah.
so... Which is kind of a nice touch, you know, it's sort of, you're jumping into the unknown here, but the game isn't gonna, like, you know, keep you in the dark, basically. Quite literally. No. Thank you
for the
so much for the hose. You gotta lower that down. We are solving puzzles.
Yeah, we're playing Celeste. We're in the Mirror Temple.
Don't think I can get through that. What I can do,
Yeah, well.
you know,
That's
eventually.
the way, you know.
There we go. So hitting that unlocks
And then we
this.
go all the way across and across.
Yes, and allows us to very carefully fall in and grab a key.
I love key.
I'm going to be a little bit careful here, but basically this next room here has the locked door. I don't want to get close to it.
Oh, okay.
Because it will use my key up, and I can pick better places to use that. So yeah, if you get too close to the door that's over there, it'll unlock it. However, you can actually bypass that door entirely.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, so that's what the speedrun does, and that allows you to keep a key. Yes, we have reached the orb.
We reached orbs.
Yeah, there we go. And that also locks behind you, so you can't accidentally spin the key. But maybe let's keep our eyes open in case there are any more locked doors around.
We're getting as many strawberries as we find.
Yeah, it's a sort of, if I forget them, I'm not going to worry about them.
Yeah,
but
yeah. We will get them probably soon.
yeah. I mean, I have collected every strawberry except for like some of the golden ones in this game, but those are kind of a different beast.
So basically at the end we'll pick up the strawberries we missed, do the B-sides, do a bunch of extra stuff in the game. That way we're not worrying too much about the strawberries that are very difficult, or
Exactly.
ones that we missed in a level. By
Well, this looks a bit
accident.
different.
Ooh.
Would you look at that?
There's a door!
There's a door down here.
I like that guy in the back who's like, I don't know. Waving my tentacles. It's a very unsure monster over there.
Yeah. Oops. Once again, at least we now have lights. Makes things a little bit less blind.
Oh, collectibles can absolutely be real.
Yeah, exactly. And I mean, like I said, I think this game does a lot to help you figure out where collectibles are. I gotta go up and... I gotta do that jump up left so that I'm like up there.
Above it, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, games that sort of require 100% collectible and are tricky. So, oh, okay. Oh, you died! You died!
Denied!
You were denied!
I could totally get across there.
Yeah, I think I
that's
like
hilarious, though.
the philosophy of this game,
let's just get
Mario
straight up.
Odyssey and Breath of the Wild, where collectibles there are a lot of them, but you don't need to get even remotely all of them.
Yeah, I mean, in this game, you literally do not need to get a single collectible to, like, get things until you start, like, unlocking more challenging stages. So it's like, you do these challenges specifically to unlock more challenges. There we go. So yeah, the hearts will repel them if you don't dive into them, which, I don't think I've been spiked by that before,
Yeah,
but...
there you go.
Pretty great. So yeah, you actually have to keep the key with you to be able to get that heart, which I think is really cool. Anyway, there isn't actually any other way to get out of this room except for up. So let's go up.
Up we go. Ooh, what a cool eyeball thing.
Eyes do seem to be looking, and spoilers, we're not really gonna make much headway trying to get up here any other way but this. So there might be, I think there actually is like strawberry or two like at the very top there, but again, it's the sort of thing, it's very blink and you miss it. And I'm not really worried about hitting every single one, especially because you can go to specific parts of the level.
Oh yeah, you can jump into levels
Once you beat it.
Oh no, we really shouldn't go anywhere near this mirror. I think we've
Yes,
known that
grant us eyes.
mirrors are not good in this game.
God, we're gonna have to play Bloodborne after this at some point on stream. Anyway,
Oh, we didn't really save Theo. We kind of got sucked in ourselves a little.
How else could you possibly save him but by getting sucked into the mirror yourself?
I'm not sure that's true.
And, becoming one of these things. So this is probably one of my favorite tutorials in the game as far as these things go. You get to learn on your own that these things can break these walls and that they can't go through these by just kind of moving around in this level here. In this like totally separate segment here. And there's actually not too much to do except for make your way back over to
Nom
Madeline.
yourself, nom.
And then yes, you see that they will in fact kill you. Like, I love this section here, but
We're in a strange place. Oh, hello, Madeline. How you doing, hen? I mean, I don't know.
This is the room where we skip like 4 cutscenes, by the way.
Yeah, but yeah, I'm like, I don't think Madeline's the one doing this.
So yes, you come around here.
Yeah. Uh-oh.
Well.
Sure. I mean, you can tell yourself that. That's mean. Next shadow, the true self.
Indeed.
Make it, those tentacles are deadly.
Nope, they have spikes. They spikes. Side. Launched. Very good.
Yeah, launch yourself into those tentacles.
Not let go
yeah.
there.
Fucking launched.
So, yeah, the game then introduces
Hello,
you
my boys.
properly. But yeah, I love that you basically understand these things' mechanics because the game lets you literally play as one. You learn that they can break walls. They will also basically chase Madeline as long as they can see her. And they do that home-in zoom attack kind of thing, which can make them quite difficult to deal with in some circumstances.
Oh, they can also hit those switches.
Yes!
We just showed that off. You hit that switch.
Yeah, one thing you may notice about them is that they can be a little hard to corral sometimes.
Yeah, sort of a lot of the switch hitting from them is like an accident.
A happy little
rather than
accident rather than
something planned.
Yeah, it can also be a little bit difficult to get them to actually hit the things sometimes. I don't believe there's anything here, though. Often what you have to do is, like, get yourself into a weird spot. Oh yeah, also if they're below you and you're on a wall like this, you'll basically, like, be able to do that forever. By the way, when they come back, you actually get a boost from them when they explode out. The game also does do that same slowdown effect thing that it does when you fight Mr. Oshiro. So that you get a little bit of extra time to do dodges and such.
Yeah, I can imagine the task is able to use them to hit switches.
This does some shit.
But for people, it's okay, not impossible. I'm sure like the best speedrunners.
Oh yeah, no, there's like specific rooms where you do shit like that.
But it's these things are a little bit
difficult to control, let's say. It's actually very easy to get that one to hit. Like, it's easier to do
right
it
there.
than hitting it yourself
it's
because it starts
positioned
lined
for it
up.
right there.
So yeah, you basically use these safe rooms to corral and stuff like that. Keep hitting that when I don't want to. Hello there. Anyway, this temple does some really, really cool stuff, and we will get more of that in the future. Whee! I got a little lucky to live there. I'll accept it though. Later, motherfucker.
That was close.
Yep.
Oh, mirror. Oh, these are a bad idea. I mean, no. No, he kind of wandered in here on his own. Oh, hello. Oh, hey, this is an actively helpful mirror. Hello.
Yeah, you can actually skip like the whole feather segment and all that. You know, like cutscene wise, it's not required, which is nice. It, like, works really well as a cutscene thing. Right? Now we make our way up into here, and we are actually going to do this the proper way as opposed to the speedrun way. In the speedrun way, we actually skip a significant portion of this chapter.
Oh, okay.
Because this is actually meant to be another big maze room with a ton of stuff, and like, you can see that there's sort of a line here that you're supposed to use instead of the one that we use, like instead of the ridiculous jump that we do to get over onto this other side here. But maybe we can see why we're doing all this in the first place if we explore a little bit. Yeah, make our way up here. Oh, would you look at this?
He was in a crystal.
I'm happy to see you.
Hey, buddy.
Trapped in this whack-ass crystal prison. Maybe this place isn't just Madeline's subconscious. Extremely good usage. Maybe not so much, though.
For himself. Yeah, literally. Yeah, they're all looking at him, yeah?
Yeah, if you look right now, they're all looking at him, and that will become much more obvious later in the level. As soon as I, you know, figure that part out.
Obi-Wan! Oh?
There we go. Just gotta psych ourselves up a bit.
Alex.
Gotta get Theo out of that whack-ass crystal prison. So, the nice thing is the game does give you this line here. But you'll notice that there are, in fact, 2 keys that are in the way.
I see, so you just skip it.
Yes, you skip. So basically, there are 2 keys. You have to get like 2 keys to be able to get through this part. But the speedrun skips this entirely.
And the speedrun's like...
Oh yes, the doors do stay destroyed.
Nice.
So at least there's that.
I mean, I'm not sure what they represent entirely, but it could be. I mean,
It certainly feeds into it.
It's always... I mean, I'm sure it's nowhere near as simple as...
So I did that forward there, and that slid me right off of it.
I'm sure we'll learn more about what the eyes represent.
I mean, a lot of it is definitely left to interpretation as you go along. And the game isn't, you know, trying to be crafty about a lot of that kind of stuff. The thing that I like about it is really just that it works more than anything. Like the kind of metaphors that it has going on tend to land, at least for me. Plus, I will also say the whole resolution of Theo is not just get off your phone, kid. If anything, I think he's probably one of the more positive representations of like, you know, the kind of person who uses social media and like cares about their image and all that. That you see even in games. I will say these guys do make a lot of the jumps like that much more difficult because of course you have to be managing them along with, you know, the actual platforming. So like challenges that were basically nothing on earlier segments are quite a bit tougher now.
Now these annoying boys in the...
Indeed. Now that I look at it.
Top there? Top left there?
How's
Like
that?
up way?
There.
There you go.
Ah, yes, it was hidden by the timer. Would have been a bit more obvious if I didn't have the speedrun timer on. Anyway, there is one of our keys. Yeah, this is by far the most mazy area of the segment. Strawberry over there. I think that's actually down. Yeah, I think you actually have to get that from the other side. Hey, let's get chased.
Yeah, presumably the eyes are a bit more than needing attention. He's creeped out by them. No, if you want everyone's eyes on you, it wouldn't, you know, be part of your nightmare subconscious. Whoops.
That one's another good. Like they do a lot of stuff with this in this one, where it's like you actually want to not dash there. Ah, yes, this part too, because it's got spikes over it. So there we go. That's one of our keys. Taken care of. Maybe not you. But I believe he does have a door over there. Indeed. I remember having trouble getting that strawberry. There we go. So that's the first one. Might actually it's worse. They can still hit you while you're in that, by the way. I don't even know what I just did.
Bullshit! Oh, they can hit you in the bubbles.
Yes. Oh, it opens this. Oh, okay. That makes sense. Fuck off!
Go away! Ding dong!
Get the fuck out of here!
Ah, yes, we went up past.
Yes. I believe there are actually. I'm not sure if there's extra keys in here, but I think there might be.
They're just some cool ass shit.
Oops.
Oh yeah, that has
It's
that
actually
thing
just
on
a
it.
regular room.
Yeah, actually go. Barrier. Or can you go up to
You can go
yeah,
through those. They
those
can't.
ones. Ah.
A lot of it
That
is
means
sort
you
of
can't
just...
go back down through that one. That was
Yeah.
kind of like a thin platform up top.
Yeah. Olay! So you can not only trap them, but you can also crush them with the moving blocks as well, and they'll go away. Yeah, so the game does eventually get to the point where it actually does expect you to be able to do something like that. But you know, you can see that it's sort of like going on in the level, basically, you know, like the further along you get. There we go, here's another
Oh yeah,
key.
there's the shoot.
Yeah, so this is actually the place where we do the backwards jump. Strawberry. I'm definitely gonna miss at least some strawberries around here, incidentally. Very tough to hit everything.
This place is huge and
Yep.
it's a maze, so you never really know how to get to a strawberry.
Yep. Ah, right, I need to not do a dash there. This is also a fun one that you basically have to get that one out of your way instead of get it, you know, like instead of jump in it. There we go. Yeah, when they actually have the spikes on them like that, it's like you need to time your dash very carefully because while it's going up, you can still dash yourself into the spikes.
Smack right into it, yeah. Fair, son. It's quite easy to miss metaphors when playing the game, especially when you're trying to solve puzzles.
Yeah, exactly. And I mean, the nice thing is the game is very, like, not, you know, the game doesn't try to, like, shove all of it, be like, see how symbolic we're being? You sort of just pick these things up and sort
Symbolism.
of understand them as the way that these characters are, you know? Ah, right, okay, I see that. Do that up and then slide right under, and there we go, that's that one gotten.
Oh, bugger.
Okay, so that is definitely, like, the internet at that point. Alright, well, I mean, we can guarantee that it is not the router at this point, so...
Yeah.
Hopefully it'll come back up soon. Good, I really hate having to unplug and replug the router. I'm glad it finally happened, if anything.
Yeah.
Well, I'll take a moment. You're not on your... Or you're...
No, I'm not on data. I'm not on Twitch at the moment because
okay.
Twitch chunks your data.
That's fair, yeah.
Like we would eat through
All of it pretty quickly.
that 2 gigabytes in like I ate through 400 megabytes in like 10 minutes by accident.
Okay, good. I'm glad that it finally happened. Because if it kept going, I would be like, I am going fucking crazy at this point.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah, the fact that we got a new router and it still kept having these problems, and we're like, ugh, and then when it was not plugged in the router, it seemed to be fine,
Yep.
you know?
Alright, looks like we're back again.
And we're back.
So, yeah.
Yep. Oh, maybe we should type. Back. Sorry,
Yeah, no,
internet.
people will eventually get you. Yeah, it's, internet is still blipping, which if anything is kind of a good thing because we're plugged directly into the modem now.
Yep.
And it is officially Optimum's fault. Because, like, when I called them last time, they were like, well, we think it's your router because we don't see any problems.
There's no problem. And we're like, come on.
We're finding problems. You know, we're having problems streaming, and, you know, this is a consistent
Oh, they were
thing.
also like, oh, maybe it's because you have so many devices on at once.
Ah,
it's
yes.
like, no.
Yeah, and I mean, like, my router, I have DDWRT on it, so... Oh, right, that's where it is. It's that wall right over there, I'm pretty sure. Go grab that real quick. But anyway, like, I do have a lot of devices, but I do have DD... Oh, right, it will cut those off once you get the keys, right, to make sure you don't, like, get lost and stuff. I think I might be able to get there somehow, but at this point, most of the doors that were around have actually cut off. Anyway.
I mean, we only have a handful of devices plugged in at the minute because we changed the router.
Yeah.
And we haven't connected all of our consoles back.
The thing is, now the router literally is not the reason. There we go. If you have the third key, you can grab this one. But yeah, the router is no longer part of the system, and it is losing internet still. So, pretty sure it's Optimum's fault at this point.
Yeah, we're gonna have to call them up and be like, fix it.
Yep.
Don't fob us off again, fix it. Of course, we've had the wedding week where we haven't been able to do anything about
Yeah,
it,
so it's like we knew this was an issue earlier, but it's not exactly like we've been able to stream.
No.
You know, check if it's fixed or not.
And that's the problem. They could do something to fix it, and we have no idea if it's worked or not because it's such a
Right,
a
it's
weird
like
occurrence.
a very occasional kind of problem.
Like every hour or so, the internet blips bad enough to make the stream stop.
You know, jumping up off him gave me another dash, which is helpful. It helps us get over to here. Yeah, Crystal, you got it, sure. This one is one of the ones that I actually have trouble with normally.
Yeah, I mean, one of the reasons why it's taken us so long to get our videos on YouTube is we have a few videos we're gonna put up from the local recording.
Yeah.
Rather than the 4 parts that are up on
That Twitch has, yeah. And this is gonna be another one of them, but it'll be alright.
So it just takes some extra time for us to upload.
So yeah, you really have to like super matador that dude
Hell yeah.
to be able to get this one. And this is actually required. It's actually kind of
Yeah.
surprising that this is something you need to do. I'm an idiot.
What happened there?
I got hit by him before I got through the door.
Oh, whoops.
Yeah. I should have just dashed there and I would have been fine. Anyway, so the easiest way to do this is like right at the start, put yourself right here, and then there you go. If you like jump yourself up when you're holding onto the block like that, you're able to get to him. Anyway, have a chat with Theo,
Hey,
because
Theo,
we found him.
found you.
Yeah, haha.
Yeah, ha, ha.
But I mean, the thing about this game is that the mechanics really do blend into the story really, really nicely. This is probably one of my favorite sections for that, because it really is very straightforward.
After you get me out of the crystal.
Oh, right, that. I'll bust you out.
Nope.
Can't quite break it, but hey, we can move it.
Feel encased in crystal, buddy. Like you're on display.
Not so much.
You might have to carry me the fuck out of here. Yeah, there we go.
Oh. Right, that, yes. So, yes, now we can carry Theo. And he will have parenthetical comments, and they're
Yeah,
so
done, girl!
good.
I was about to say, Madeline!
He is so good, and I love him. Anyway, the movement with Theo's crystal is weird as fuck. In that when you grab him, while he's moving, his momentum actually transfers to Madeline.
Being put on a pedestal, huh?
Whee! So you literally can send yourself flying with him. But that's all speedrun trick stuff. So there are still regular doors with the switches here, but there are also these doors that will only go up when Theo's close to make sure that you carry him around.
Yeah, we know how to deal with these guys.
So worth noting, Theo will not stop them, but they will bounce off of him. Like that.
I also use Theo to hit switches.
Yep. He will comment on hitting switches sometimes. Yeah, dodging things while carrying Theo can often be a bit of a tricky task, but hey, that's what we're here for. When they blow up, they will also like kind of throw Theo as well.
Yeah.
It's not too bad, and like you can actually use them to get a boost sometimes, but yeah, the one thing that you'll notice in this section is that the eyes are actually all following him in the crystal rather than you, which I really love. Because, you know, like, usually when you see an eye, you know, like a moving eyes kind of effect in a game like that, you'd think it's following the main character, but that's not really what this segment's about.
No.
But yeah, like I was saying before, the way, like, mechanics feeding into story and all that,
Aww.
it's the sort of thing that you're going through these, you know, issues together rather than apart, and neither of you can really get it get through everything on your own.
Yeah, Theo is totally the main character. Here's this Madeline chick.
You have to go get him.
We do need to fetch
I do need
the
you
boy.
back.
You need to fetch that one.
As you also notice that is in a crystal. That is because
So yeah, because
either a monster or Theo has to hit that.
yeah, because Theo can go through those crystals.
Oops. That would have worked. There we go.
There we go. Whoops.
You also can't throw Theo into pits, or you'll also die if he does that.
Yep. No throwing our boy, good boy, into the pit.
Nope.
I can see why the strawberry is
Evil?
it's a real piece of shit.
Yeah, I think it's like possible to Matador your way over. To like get him to hit it. Quite tough.
Let's.
While I
And Liling-
attempt.
And Liling, thank you for the follow. I butchered your name. I'm very sorry. Awesome. Woo!
Ah, there we go.
Whoops. Yeah, there's definitely a lot of interesting possibilities. The combination of the eyes and the crystal. Considering Theo's Instagram selfie. Miss.
I do think in general it does very well. Oh yeah, they will eventually figure things out a lot of
We'll
the time.
eventually find you.
Oops.
Whoops.
That was weird. I may skip the
Hard.
strawberry, get it
one
at a
more.
later date.
Give it one more shot and then just go ahead. The strawberry is
Rather tough. Timing on it is also quite difficult.
whoa.
Be good. Got it. Right. I knew he had a comment for it too.
Yeah.
Because he's great.
All right.
And then you get stuff like this where it's like you literally cannot do this. You literally can't hit this, but Theo can.
Theo saves the day again. Yeah, he does.
By the way, on the B side, there is also a Theo Crystal section, and he has new comments.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you actually hit that at just the right, like if you hit that, grab his crystal after launching him off of it at just the right time here, you can actually send yourself lying across this entire room, and it's kind of amazing. That said, there isn't actually a switch here, so as long as you can get across the room, you're good. Yeah, he'll launch himself there, and if you can actually like sort of piggyback on his momentum, you can do really well there. There's all sorts of just ridiculous speed stuff, and you can kind of see why this is one of the places where even the speedrunners like were really impressed with what TGH was doing.
Yeah.
Not to mention the task can do some just absolutely stupid shit here.
Oh,
There we go.
Ah.
So yes, if you crush them, they're gone. Which is nice.
Nice.
I think you can crush Theo too, and then he dies, and then you die. This one's also kind of a
right,
puzzly
yeah, you have
one,
to, like,
where it's like you
throw him
throw
and
it, and then
dash.
dash, and then you can't do another dash there because he'll get launched.
We're not too far from the end of this segment now.
I want to say this is the final room here. There are also, the nice thing is there's like a few different ways that you can do this. Because Theo is not hurt by the spikes. Those are kind of Madeline's deal. So you can just throw him straight through spikes. And I think I sufficiently confused that dude.
Yep.
Yeah, you can sort of see this thing where like I'll throw Theo and then grab him with a hyper dash and like keep moving at the same speed. It's really, really tough to actually do that repeatedly. And as far as like speedrun tech goes, it's quite difficult. But hey, looks like we are in fact getting to the end
This
of
giant
this.
ice Theo's deal, right?
Very much so. As it pushes us away, by the way. It's a bit tough to notice, but we are getting like launched back by it, which makes this difficult. But throw it into it. Throw him into it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I also
Draggy,
do love.
Draggy the boy. We gave him his phone back.
Still clutching his phone.
We gave him that back.
This is such a good piece of art. Beautiful.
Yeah, I ain't dragging Victor anywhere. Like he's way too tall.
Yeah, we missed a few of them there, mostly because this thing aggressively cuts you off. We do look at this, which is actually something I didn't get a chance to do last stream. But you actually can keep track of all sorts of things.
Ooh, how many deaths? Let's have a look.
We've died in total 259 times currently. The redder skulls are deaths on the B side, which is why we have 0 of those right now. There are also you can see there's the flags to the levels and then the stars on this Forsaken City. A star is in a single run, collect every strawberry, the cassette tape, and the heart in one go. Okay. And then instead of the flag, you get a star for it. Which is just, you know, a little bit extra on top of it. Oh, yeah, that's the other thing. The final page of this is actually global statistics.
Oh.
Yeah, and so you can see that the full clear is basically the clear with the star on it. And that's how you can see that we got the exact same time on those two. Oh, right, fewest deaths in a single full run through of the level. You can actually rearrange the crystal hearts and make poetry with them. Should you want to do that. Which I quite like. These all the phrases kind of fit together as you go along. But yeah, Steam has died 250 million times and dashed just over 1 billion at this point. It also keeps track of the Pico 8 stuff as well. 2D game. But yeah, I do quite like this. And I also like that the mountain has all of the bits on it, like in this 3D model of the mountain, because you can even see like the telephone station between the two over here.
And there's the gondola as well.
Yep. Yeah, and the gondola section, this gondola station between the two. I really like the 3D version of the mountain here. This chapter is a lot, and I think it'll actually be really good to do both this chapter and the summit, because the summit's the one after it. Because there's a lot that goes on in these last two, so definitely going to be good to do those next Thursday. The stream on Thursday will likely be later, because I'm starting a new job next week.
Yeah, on Monday.
On Monday. We're not gonna like commit to a full stream schedule until we know kind of like the ins and outs of work.
Hours are,
But we'll be doing team streams in the evenings, basically.
Yeah, at 7 at the earliest, I would.
Most likely, yeah.
But we're not sure. But we'll play it by ear. We'll let you guys know when exactly. Streams for me are probably any time I fancy it. But so Point and Click Wednesday will stay at 3 o'clock.
Yeah,
Sunday streams will probably stay at 3 o'clock as well.
Yeah, we'll basically work out the schedule as we go.
Yeah.
But that's the plan.
So tomorrow's just stay the same.
Yep, Fast Friday, same as usual.
Next Monday, so it'll be 3 p.m. It'll be Martino.
Probably Martino's, yeah.
Probably some Martinos, and Sunday we'll be back with Radiant Dawn at 3.
Indeed.
We'll try to get videos. Yeah, it's not been 15 minutes.
Yeah, we got the internet cut out a few times. We have an internet problems.
It's been 2 hours 40 minutes. Yeah, 2:43.
Yep.
So we'll get the videos up on YouTube, the
unbroken ones,
videos.
so that people can watch them, not necessarily just in VOD form.
Yeah. Alright, so we'll get those up, and we'll be back tomorrow.
Indeed.
We might even be back tonight, actually.
Yes.
Now that we're not exhausting ourselves looking after my family every day.
We should be able to do some bonus streams.
We should be able to get back to Fiesta and maybe some Eternal Draft.
Most likely. I am definitely looking forward. I've learned a lot of things.
We may do some more Fiesta tonight.
Yep.
Alright. So
that's
see you guys
hypothetical plan.
Either tonight or tomorrow. We'll let you know on Twitter.
Yep. Bye, everybody.
Bye, everyone.